The CEO thought his wife could not understand French, so he showed off to his friend right in front of her without holding anything back. He said that his mistress outside had already gotten pregnant with his child, and he planned to wait until the baby was born, then lie to his wife and say the child had been adopted from a welfare home, so she would willingly help him raise his illegitimate child. But he had completely forgotten that his wife had been a top student majoring in French back in school, and she understood every single word he said perfectly clearly. Thinking back on how deeply devoted the CEO had once been to her, only for him to fail to resist temptation in the end and betray their family, the wife's heart went completely cold. Without the slightest hesitation, she went straight to the hospital and had a termination procedure. Then she booked a plane ticket to leave the country 7 days later. After that, she signed her name on the divorce agreement, planning to give the CEO the cruelest gift on the day of their 7th wedding anniversary. But just then, the CEO suddenly came home early and hugged her tightly from behind. He did not care at all what his wife was writing. He only rushed to explain that he had been too busy with work lately and had too many business dinners, which was why he had neglected her. The wife immediately saw the lipstick mark on his neck. In her heart, she knew all of this was nothing but a rotten excuse her husband had made up, but she did not expose him. Instead, she deliberately acted spoiled and asked the CEO for a check as compensation. Then she covered the CEO's eyes and coaxed him into signing his name on the divorce agreement. The CEO had no idea that what he had signed was not a check at all, but the divorce agreement. The moment the tip of the pen fell onto the paper, their 7-year marriage came completely to an end. From then on, the two of them would have nothing to do with each other anymore. That night, the CEO even took his wife to a gathering with his friends. In front of everyone, he acted like a good husband. He would not let his wife drink, and he even peeled tangerines for her with his own hands. Their friends all envied how loving they seemed, and even joked that he was a man who was afraid of his wife. But only the wife herself knew that this marriage had already rotted to the core. Just then, the mistress walked in wearing sexy clothes and carrying tea. The wife recognized at once that she was the homewrecker who had destroyed her family. The mistress even deliberately played tricks. She pretended to slip and fell straight into the CEO's arms. This was clearly a provocation toward the wife, but the CEO still hypocritically scolded her and told her to get out. Before long, the CEO could not hold back anymore. He made an excuse and went to the restroom. The wife quietly followed him, and sure enough, in a corner of the hallway nearby, she saw with her own eyes the CEO and that woman holding each other. The CEO's unfaithfulness could no longer hurt her. The wife only quietly took off her wedding ring and threw it on the ground. After returning home, she put the termination procedure report into a gift box, then instructed the housekeeper to give the box to the CEO 3 days later. Soon, the day came for the wife to leave. She personally cooked a table full of dishes, wanting to properly say goodbye to this marriage. But at that very moment, the mistress suddenly called. The CEO was still the same as always. He lied and said there was an urgent matter at the company that he had to deal with, then left without even looking back. What he did not know was that once he walked out this time, his wife would never wait for him to come home again. The wife personally burned their marriage certificate, then forwarded the provocative photos sent by the mistress to the CEO. After sending them, she deleted all of his contact information. Immediately afterward, she contacted a delivery worker and had the already signed divorce agreement delivered to the hotel where the CEO was staying. Finally, without looking back, she left the home where she had lived for 7 years. Meanwhile, the completely unaware CEO was celebrating his mistress's birthday. Just as everyone was egging them on to kiss, the delivery worker handed the divorce agreement sent by the woman to the CEO. The moment the CEO opened the document, his face completely changed. Only at that moment did he realize that the woman who once had eyes only for him no longer needed him anymore.